Welcome to Bestate. So today I want to show you how we create your invoice and how to pay for the invoice. So we click on the menu. Once we click on the menu, we navigate to the accounting section, and then I click on invoices. We want to start by clicking on the more options button where we access create rent invoice. Once we click on that create rent, the form loads. So here we select the properties, and the system will create rent invoices if there are no existing invoices. We do have invoices, so let's see what happens. The system did not create because we do have already. So now if you want to create a bulk invoice, we click on create bulk invoices. The system will load the form, and then from here you fill in all the details that you want. The item can be garbage, can be electricity other than rent, and then you can see on the button as well, it also tells you that there are 6 invoices that are ready to be created. Okay, so we go back, and now we need to actually pay for our invoice. So we navigate to payments. Once we navigate to payments, we need to click on the add payment. Okay, so we click on add payment, the form loads. Now we need to select the tenant. So let's go with Milan, and see the system will load all the unpaid invoices for Milan. Alright, so let's actually see what invoices do we have. We select invoice. Let's try to pay the 300 for rent. You can see the details there, and then the amount is pre-populated. We can edit it. So let's pay 200 and see what happens in terms of the status of the invoice. That's 200, the date, okay, the 15th. All right, then we go to the status. We need to change the status to confirmed, okay, and then payment type, let's just call it cash, and then we actually edit the description to partial. So as you can see, this is very simple, very smoothly and efficient. On your mobile, on your tablet, you can actually do this. So we create the payment, it's done, and then let's go back and actually see the payment is there for Milan. All right, the first one. Okay, for property new lands, the status confirmed, description, everything is actually there. So now we want to go back to the invoice and see if the status has changed. Okay, we go back to the account, then invoices, then we need to search for Milan here. You can go to the search bar and just type in MIL. We can see the results down there for Milan. The rent invoice is the second one. So let's see the status. It's partial here, right, and the balance is there, 100. And if you click on partial, it actually gives you the details of the total, the paid and the remaining balance, very efficiently, and you can have all your details on your phone, on your tablet. You can actually email the tenant, you can actually download the invoice if you want as well. Right, so next let's go back to the payment and finalize the payment now of the same invoice that we do have. Okay, so we click on add payment, we select our tenant, that's Milan. Okay, and then let's select the invoice to pay. Let's see what's there, the 300. All right, we select it. Once we select the invoice, it gives us the details. Already paid is 200 and the remaining balance is 100 there. We can edit it if it's not what is actually being paid for now. Okay, then the status, it's actually a draft. We change it to confirmed. Payment type, we change it to cash, and then description, you can edit to whatever you want. So we're just going to call it completed. All right, as you can see, this system it's very easy, very simple, no complicated stuff here. Create and pay invoice. So once we click on create payment, it starts saving. So on your mobile phone, everywhere you are, you don't necessarily need a laptop or to go to your office. Anytime you can create a payment. All right, it's done now. Once it's done, we go back to the payments list. Okay, let's just search for Milan and see what the payment status is. We search MIL. and then we can actually see what happened here. Do we have that 100 that we finally paid? Okay, there it is. The description is also there, completed rent. Now that we have paid, we need to go back to the invoices, okay, and see if the status has changed. Remember, it was partial. Okay, so let's quickly search from the search bar, MIL. It gives us the related results. There is Milan. Rent invoice is actually the second one. Okay, as you can see, the status has changed to paid, and if you click on paid, you can actually see the details there. Everything is already there. So get your free trial today, and thank you so much.